Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started. We are trying to work on more exercise in the similar what we have done. I'm going to make this as 5 core. You can take these exercises that I'm actually preparing from the tenant. If you wanted to do some more analysis on this, you can take these exercises from the tenant and do your own additions to the trains or names. You can add some more things for this. I think this is the integration that we were trying yesterday. If I don't know how custom report transformation has come, we were trying custom transformation. What I need to do now in order to get the necessary to identify the report, I need to first check the namespace of the report. Is there or not? Take the namespace of the report, add it. Make sure you have the same columns that you have. Add those headers you have or not. Write the integration country. Organization country manager, organization active status. Organization and active status. We added all the fields. What it is doing now, it's generating output in a text format with pipe as a delimiter. And I defined some of the variables here. If you wanted to actually use these variables in your accessibility, you can use. You can actually define variables in the header level and use those variables if you wanted to use in your accessibility. What is the next step that I need to do? I need to see this. I can attach this to update this accessibility to work there. What is the task that they need to use? What is the task that they need to attach accessibility? What should I need to do? What should I need to tell me now? I updated the accessibility in the work there. And now, in order to, before I run the EIB, what is the action that I need to do? What should I do in EIB? I need to update the transformation. See, the transformation is custom rebooted. I need to update it to custom transformation and call the accessibility that we have updated, right? I'm updating the EA going to transformation. Remove this one. Add custom transformation. Make sure your file extension is in extension. Did we see that? Scheduling reports, scheduling integrations. Did we cover? You don't know, right? Whenever you're seeing something like a reference, you can add a descriptor to that one that it will go off. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to type. As for almost all the values, we'll take this. I'm adding for all the values. There's removed values from here. The format is looking good. The design of the format is looking good. You notice, right? When I actually made descriptive additions to the accessibility values have got removed. This is one of the format. Probably you'll be getting to actually make your output to be populated with spacing and all. I think format is looking good. I'll just see. Something. Actually use whenever you're seeing a front side is awesome. I just know that the popular. Earlier you have seen the see this output. You're seeing these ideas or popularity. When we added descriptors, we don't see those ideas here, right? We don't see those ideas, but we see some blank values. You need to know when to use, where to use the description. It's like something with the report. I believe what we can do is we can do some calculation. And the process that we are following is the same way. You need to attach the examples also. You need to handle this. Zero double quotes to 1032. This one is there in the report. See only employees other than employee. Nothing is coming up. And if you're moving, it's just a few more descriptive. We're getting these values. But when we are doing custom transmission some report also, let me change this. We change. When we ran it to custom transmission, we were getting all the data. Something is happening with this. I'm trying to compare output between. That's in transmission, the same output. How it is actually varying between these two types. I'm trying to do the same by delimiter. Let's see how this comes. This is coming. With custom report transformation, we are getting the clean data, but with accessibility is not able. Look for and try this. See here active status on leave. It is starting from here, like this. With custom report transformation, we are getting the data, but with accessibility, I don't know what version of the support and accessibility or not. But we tried with 2 accessibility, we are getting the similar data. We need to change the format of accessibility and see if that works in that case or not. Could be because of the tenant. But I will take one more version of accessibility in a different format to see if the tenant has an issue and actually return the data. I will try to get that information. But overall you have seen the difference, right? When I am using some descriptors, you are getting blank values. When I remove the descriptors, you are getting junk values. You are getting these values, which means that something is not actually identified by the accessibility, and accessibility is not getting compatible with the tenant. Or what could be the issue? Probably I will do one more accessibility format and we will see how that works. What it means is that I will prepare accessibility in a different format, in a different way, probably in CSU or Excel. We will see if that works or not. What we will do, that we will be having the clarity that accessibility is actually looking for the right values in Workday and it is getting in right format, and we will have some clarity. Right now our accessibility is working fine, but only the thing is, it is not looking for the actual value. We are getting the value in the background, we are getting the reference IDs, but we don't want to have the reference IDs. We need to have the actual values. How we see with custom report transmission, we are seeing right, data is clean. We are getting all the values, whatever was specified. Everything we are getting clearly. This is how we wanted to have, even with accessibility also. But somehow accessibility is not reading. Accessibility is not getting the right values. I have tried two versions. It is getting the same values, but let me try one more accessibility with the CSV format and see how it works actually. Or we can also do one thing. I will see. This will be people who have attached, which is instead of accessibility, they would have CSV files. This is something to see. This is one of the that actually looks. See, as you can see, all the functions that we've used in calculated, those are used here, which actually merges the values. And the other value we have here, it actually concatenates with values. I think because of the tenant, we have used descriptor. Now all the accessibility. This is condition has been used here. This we are using evaluation expression in the calibrated fields. If you're not using that, if you're not able to evaluate the report part, you need to actually do your evaluation like this. When the value is, when gender is female, that's what it's doing here. When the value is, when gender is male, populem, you see here. This you can do actually in also. It's evaluation thing. When you see gender female, you should be seeing this kind of conditions. You know you'll be right, but this is very small for this thing. You don't need to actually write in accessibility. This is simple in the calibrated fields also. You can do that evaluation. You can do it in the calculated field. It's evaluated expression. I'll try to see if there is any other accessibility that I can write for this one, just to ensure that it is a tenant issue or something on accessibility, because when I was referring other, I see the same kind of 4 descriptors have been used. But let me check and I'll get back to you. The other part that you need to know is when you actually create any report, you'll be getting option to schedule those reports or schedule those integrations. When you're scheduling, it automatically runs and sends the file to Excel system. You can schedule every day or every week or every month or every hour. Also, you can do that schedule part, which we are going to see now. Is it all right? These are the frequencies that you can do this once in picture. Select this, and when you want it to run, you can actually specify. Go to schedule. Specify when you want it. When you want it to start this, start today. Would be time zone would be in the end. And when you click on automatically, this will start. This starts running and sends a file to Excel system. Like this, you can schedule every day, every week, every month, whenever you want it to have. As per your schedule requirement, you can actually do that. You can do the scheduling reports, the scheduling integrations to automate the file delivery process to Excel system based on your business requirement or Excel system requirement. That is how you will be scheduling integration. Any questions for? I know it was a little weird. Let me look into that and see if there is a tenant issue or anything that I can fix. I wanted to make sure that when we are adding exactly, you need to get a proper output format. But let me check. It was not returning it was executing properly, but it was not returning the right values. I will see if there is a tenant issue or something. Wait to figure out. I will figure it out and get that sorted out actually. Other than that, anybody have any questions? Tomorrow we will be covering again one access entry. Once the access entry is cleared, we will be looking for connectors. Connector is one of the other integration type you will be using, where you don't need any kind of reporting. For AIBs you have seen, you have created a report. You have created a task that report AIBs and you are able to integrate the data. But for connectors, we will not have any reports. We will not have any kind of custom report transformation or customer transformation. All these things you will not have in connectors. Connectors are pre-built packages which are delivered by Workday. Probably we will be discussing more in our tomorrow's session. But the difference between the connector and AIBs. AIBs will be using reports, but for connectors we will not be using reports. Those are predefined templates that are provided by Workday. And there are lots of use cases and benefits with connectors. We will see each and everything in our tomorrow's session on connectors. But also we will try to see if access entry is part also. And in AIB we have an option. If you don't want to go with access entry, you can actually manage something in the calibrated fields and go for custom report transformation without access entry. But in connectors, you definitely need to have access entry. Without access entry, you cannot do any kind of transformation in connectors. In AIB, we have an option to go for custom report transformation and run accordingly. But connectors require access entry to transform the data. You cannot ignore access entry in connectors. You need to attach if you wanted to have access in the right format. You need to have this access entry in connectors. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.